also seem to be some lag issues. Doesn't really surprise anyone, I don't think. Beta is in fact beta.
No one goes into the script unless I command it.
What am I missing? Oh yeah. We gotta kill some dudes. Actually, they might have added this, because I'm pretty sure this wasn't here all the time. Initial combat's always very boring, because you don't really have much to play with. You only start with a one-handed weapon, but it's a nice quick way to unlock your skills. The thing is, you can just sit there with auto attack on and occasionally dodge backwards. You don't really do a huge amount of damage. Yes, there are so many things that have to be done to this game. I think there'll be a lot of people very upset, actually. I'm kind of surprised that it went for public beta and didn't do anything about that. I mean, it is just a testing weekend. That's something to consider. But, I mean, performance, to me, seemed like kind of a paramount kind of thing. Even with low graphics options, it still runs at about 15-20 frames per second. And this is on any machine. You know, this is on a 680 with a 390, what, 3930K hexacore. You generally just don't get better than that. And it's actually only using one core, from what I can tell, at the moment. Which I think is probably the biggest problem with it. It's just using a single core, and it's clearly not enough.
Now, the clock needs reinforcements.
Let's go.
Best fighter. You go on. I'll be right
Have
behind
some
you.
delicious static shock. But yeah, all I really want to do in this beta actually is do world versus world and some more PvP. Because PvE-wise, they haven't added anything. They still haven't got the Sylvari... Was it the Sylvan? Or the... Asura? Asura, yeah, that's the thing. I never get that right. Sylvari and the Asura, I think, are the names. But they haven't got those. And they only have access, I think, to level 25 content. So, the thing to really look at is PvP. Because you can PvP by forcing a level 80 once you're out of the tutorial area. And I can also force my character up to level 30 via an NPC. So you can look at some interesting things. This frame rate. I don't really expect to do too much with this particular beta because there's not really a lot else to cover that I want to cover. I mean, you know, I can do class overviews and things like that, but honestly, that content really is not that interesting. I don't think people really care about it too much. It's hard to do the same kind of coverage of Cataclysm because it's weekends, and there's so little content available, so that was never a problem with Cataclysm. The beta was up 24/7. You could plan things much better. Baron out of the way, I think it's a new icon they put in there. Pretty sure that maybe used to be there. That represents champion level 1. There won't be a podcast this week, most likely. I'm actually not sure when the next podcast will be. I've got a lot of stuff going on over this month, so most likely I'll have to move it to a weekday. I don't really have much of a choice. You are supposed to die there, by the way. You might say, oh, well, what do you mean by that? It's like, no, actually, you are supposed to die. And the reason you're supposed to die is so that it can show you what the death mechanics are. So it's designed for you to fall over there, so that you can then get yourself back on your feet. It is completely deliberate. Yeah, have some buffs. You can get back up. There we go. rocks. Finish the bloody thing off. I think I made it a bit harder, actually. He used to die way quicker than this. It's good.
You're heroes now, boys and girls. Congratulations. Report back to Smokestead.
Interesting. I think they've added... That's a new thing. On the loading screens, they've added a list of points of interest and things like that. Alright, okay. Great, we're through that. Yes, I don't need to give feedback. I already give feedback to them on event. Alright, I can have a pistol or a buckler. I can have a pistol, thank you very much.
When you're hot, you're hot.
There we go. And that means I can equip second pistol in offhand to unlock the other two skills. Eventually, blowtorch and glue shot. Delicious. Wow, look at where everyone's hanging around. Okay, well, there's ways and means out of this. I wonder how many people know about it. Ooh, they've changed the name of that waypoint. Okay. This is a nice, easy way to completely skip past everybody. Oh, look, nobody knows about it. Now, the question is Noble here? Yes, she is. Do I have access to Noble still? Probably.
I have so much to do.
And that's how it's done.
And that is how you get level 30. There we go. Now I have access to all of that stuff, as you can see. She's using a rifle. Jump shot's pretty awesome. Frame rate's a bit better out here, but not too much. It's fairly intensive, one way or the other. I have to remember all of my abilities. You actually get a lot of mobility with this weapon because of the way jump shot actually works. You can knock yourself back. You can do all sorts of things. It's fine. People are going to find out about it sooner rather than later. They might not actually have access to it anyway. I'm pretty sure they don't. There are certain accounts flagged with certain things. Yes, the frame rate on the map is wonderful. Yeah, they've done some polishing on the UI here. But you don't have access to the higher level areas. What a lot of people are going to be interested in really is actually the PvP. Which is... can I actually remember how to get to it? Because the PvP you can actually create a level 80 character essentially. I'm just trying to remember what the button is to access the PvP list. Unless they've disabled that, which would be fairly terrible if they had. It's now commerce. This I'm allowed to show now, by the way. At least I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to show it. I hope I'm allowed to show it. This is some of the stuff that's in the... Well, everyone can access it, so... This is cash shop stuff. This was all NDA'd before. But yeah. Funnily enough, this actually does nothing. You'd think this was a big deal, it really isn't, because a lot of your experience doesn't come from kills, it comes from event completions. So, this stuff isn't really a big deal. That's intriguing. Although, like, it works... What? It works off so quickly. I have no idea what you're talking about, Mazzola. I wish I did. These are weird. Fucking collectible miniatures that follow you around. Boosts. Account. This stuff isn't really a big deal, because you can't use this in PvP or anything. I'm fairly sure the instant repair can't be used in dungeons either, so it's not very useful at all. That's kind of handy. Trading post stuff. The trading post is... I don't really understand how it works yet, but it's pretty epic, like, in terms of how it actually operates. It's just a way better version of the auction house. Requires way less micromanagement. The typing in the background is Jen on her Black Widow keyboard, which is quite noisy. Isn't it? Well, you're the one who bought it.
I'm working here.
That's fine, so am I. And yeah, I've got Black Widow Silent, which is... It's more silent than that, let me put it that way. Could be worse, could be DAS keyboard. Incidentally, this is very disappointing. The Carnival Ringmaster's hat is actually not as carnival-y or ringmastery as you might think. Transmutation stones. These are cool. I wonder if they've got the press gems available. I wonder if I can show that. Let me just check what they've got. I'm just turning it off for a second. Yes, yes. Yeah, I definitely can't show you this, but... Because I've actually got to put in my information here to make this work. So, no, you are not seeing that. Thank you very much. But I know of ways and means of acquiring gems without paying for them. Once again, there is no NDA on this one, so... This should get me what I need. God damn it. I mean, card approval failed. I need to go find my wallet. I will be right back. Sorry?
What do you need a wallet for?
It's... I need it to activate gems, on the...
I have yours.
What, my wallet?
No, I have your cards.
Oh,
All of them.
okay. Well, let's not read them out while the mic's on.
Nope, but you can see it.
I can only just see it from there. My eyesight isn't that good, I'm afraid.
Alright then.
Sorry? Okay. Fair enough. So yes, I've still got it turned off. I'll turn it back on once I've put this information in. Essentially what they've got is, and this is something that people will figure out themselves as well, there is a way of getting 2,000 gems to use on the store for testing purposes, but you do have to type your information in. You have to give them a credit card, essentially. It's just the way the system works. Which is why I'm not showing this to you, because I would... Oh god, I pressed the wrong button. Let's not press that. Turns out using the numlock is a terrible idea. Alright. So yes, I'm not showing you that. I don't like you that much. 8, 5, 4, 3. I like the fact that I just read out a few random numbers. I think, what am I doing? Oh yeah, let's give that a shot. Hardly narrows it down, does it? What? It's still...
Is that giving a problem?
Hmm?
It's giving you a problem?
Yes, yes it is.
Okay, here, try this one. Nine.
I'll need...
Oh, you need give it back.
I might need... So?
I'll give you the rest on there.
I might need billing address.
That's what I said.
I'm fairly sure you can just fake it, that's the thing, but if you could, then... I don't know, they may have disabled this. Jeez. Give that one more shot. If it doesn't work, no biggie. Is the United States even on the list? Okay, that's a fairly unusual situation.
Are we not cool enough?
Hmm?
Are we not cool enough?
Apparently not.
Awesome.
You're not on the list. Afghanistan is.
Great.
Like, this country isn't named in any other way, is it? Like, United States of America, that's one. I could get Vatican City on here, but the US is not actually on the list.
The Pope is allowed to buy gems, but you're not.
That is essentially it, yeah. In a nutshell. In a nutshell. I'll try this and I'm just going to give up on the whole blasted thing. Because if I recall last time, you didn't even need a valid address, because it's not really checking anything. I'm going to give this one try. If not, I'm just going to try and set up for PvP. Nope. Yeah, they're probably broken the system right now. It's not a big deal. Alright, okay. So yeah, I can't show you the gem stuff, I'm afraid, because it's just knackered right now. There's no way to actually get the gems. There is a way that used to work, but it doesn't seem to work anymore, which is a bit of a bind. Hard event over there, as you can see. But... my priority right now is to see if I can get into PvP, but I don't know if they've got it enabled. Because I'm pretty sure there used to be something up here that let me do that. And I don't think it's there anymore. Which intrigues me, to say the least. I'm not sure why that would be. But again, for this beta, they might not want you doing that. That is a possibility. Ow! Bastard carrion devourers. That did the trick. Have this net. There we go. Hum-de-hum. Just bear in mind that the beta does not run at a good frame rate, so you will not see a great frame rate. Flat out as simple as that. Ah, it's done that way. Yes. Alright. Okay. This way I should be able to get level 80. The hell have they done to this place? Good lord, that's a bit of a change. Alright. Okay. I think I'm actually in World vs. World now. Almost. Yeah, I think I jumped into World vs. World, which is highly confusing. Where is the place with all of this? What the hell have they done to this? They've even created some kind of weird heart event here, which is curious. There used to be a bunch of vendors that would sell the gear that I need to go PvP properly, but I'm just not entirely sure where they've put them. Oh yeah, I need to do that at some point, but I won't do that yet. I might as well revive someone else, because I don't know why there's a heart event in this area, but I might as well do it. Go. There we go. I'm a wonderful person, and it sent me mail as a result of being a wonderful person. Yeah, I knew this anyway, damn it. Congratulations, you've don't waste my time. I see what they've done. What they've essentially done is turned this area into a tutorial zone for PvP, which is probably not the worst idea in the world, considering. Is it really going to ask me to do all this stuff before it unlocks what I need? That would be awkward. And completely unnecessary, because I've done this about 5,000 times before. But, oh well. I'm certainly hoping they haven't done that. Alright, let's try and avoid this area, see if we can skip it. Okay, where does the portal take us? Heart of the Mists, which might be where I need to be. Aha, this looks more recognizable. Alright, now I know where I am. Yeah, that was a new thing they've just put in there. These lockers as well, these PvP lockers are new too. I'm not really sure what they are. I guess you can probably put equipment in them to get it out of the way. What the hell? Huh. Intriguing. This is everything. This is literally everything. Yeah, that blows my mind. I guess the purpose of that is to make customizing your character easier. You can all store it in a PvP locker and not really have to worry about anything else.
Seek, and you shall find.
Because as you can see, equipment.
May the stars guide you.
So I can just pick up a set of gear. What's the easiest way to do this? I think it's just easier to do it this way. Yes, it is. There you go. There you go. There's a set of PvP gear. I'll need to ruin it, but I can do that in a minute. What's that all about? No, that's not where I need to be. Not yet, anyway. I need weapons. Lots of weapons. I do wish you could actually filter these by what you can actually use. It's weird that you can't. Alright, what can I use as a engineer? Guns, I would imagine. Pistols. Is it just pistols and rifles? Pistols, rifles, and shields, and a harpoon gun, obviously. Yeah, I think it's just pistol, rifle, shield. It's not a huge amount of customization there. So you can have pistol and shield, pistol and pistol. Or rifle, and that's it. Alright then. I guess that's just the nature of the engineer class. Alright, there's the pistols, as you can see. Blowtorch. Sweet. But you also have stuff like toolkits and rocket turrets. The thing... Oh, yes, that... With the toolkit, you can deploy some interesting things, to say the least. You got a lot of turrets. You can... I think you can equip a flamethrower, if I recall correctly. Supply crate, rocket turret. With this toolkit, you see I can make a shield out of gears. Throw a box of nails on the floor. Funny looking nails. Get out a large magnet. Hit somebody with a crowbar. Or just beat the crap out of them. Stow the toolkit. Supply crate. Killing turret. What I do need to do, actually, this is something that I haven't done on this character, is to have a look at these things here. So if I... Aha! There it is, the flamethrower kit, yes. What do I want? Well... It's a rifle turret, rocket turret, toolkit. No, you really need to get the flamethrower. As you can see, you've got a lot of different kits here, and this is going to completely change it. Oh my god, rocket boots. I can have rocket boots. Elixir gun. Yes, you can see they all replace your weapon skills. So the whole, oh, well, you don't get a lot of weapons thing isn't really relevant because you can make your own weapons. Launch a target foe with a concealed ram's head, a personal battering ram. That is hilarious. For all the right reasons. Charzuka. Alright. Well, I think I'm going to replace the rocket turret with the flamethrower kit because it's a flamethrower. What more do you need to know? Toolkit seems kind of useful. Might keep that. Having at least one useful turret would be good. My elite skill supply crate. I imagine this is very, very useful in PvP. Not sure how it works, but there we go. Because then I can equip the flamethrower, which is a whole new set of skills. As you can see. Flamethrower is actually a rather wonderful thing. So much crazy stuff to learn. Alright, I need other gear. I haven't got everything sorted out yet. I need an amulet. I have no idea what stats I use as this character. Huh. Let's find out.
So, what brings you here?
Okay.
You'll find everything you need here.
Condition damage might be useful. That might be setting a lot of people on fire. Crit damage. Power, toughness, and vitality. That'll do. A couple of PvP rings would be good. PvP earrings. I need to jewel these things by the looks of it. Buy a bunch of them. All to do the trick. I don't have a cloak yet. I'll have to do something about that. Pretty sure they have the wrong jewels in them. Easy fix. There's a ring, there's a ring, there's an amulet. Don't have a cloak. I'm not sure where you can get those actually. Come to think of it. What was my second weapon set? 'Cause I've got rifle there. Where the hell is my pistol? I thought I was wielding that right now. I am wielding the pistols right now. Ah, okay, for some reason wasn't reading it correctly. Alright then. I'm now trying to remember how you equip second weapon set. Maybe you can't actually as an engineer. Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, maybe that you can't because there actually aren't all that many. You don't. Yeah, you wouldn't need to worry about swapping that because you can spawn kits. So I guess that would actually make you a bit OP. That makes sense. These runes are completely wrong. But I think, if I recall correctly, that I've got all of these right here. When you apply burning, it lasts 10% longer. Yes, yes.